on the stream. So you're just getting it here. We just did the learning to fly exercise. Let's do one more version of it so it's on the stream. We'll just do a quick version of it again so you have the exercise to work on. Hopefully this is a useful exercise for you for all of your playing. Okay, so this is really working on our strum, and this is working on the idea that you can double and half your speed and still stay in the same beat. So what we're doing is F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G. F, 2, 3, C, 2, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3. Now what this should do for us is when we start the F, and when we start the A minor, we're going down. When we start the C and the G, we're going up, down, up, down, up, right? So now just one strum, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, down A minor, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, down F, 2, 3, up, C, 2, 4, 5, minor, 2, 3, up. Then we've got the 4 speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, A minor, 2, 3, G. Now double speed, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, minor, 2, 3, G. And single strum, F, C, A minor. And switch back and forth, right? So when you're practicing, then go to the 4. And we just end on a C. Okay, any thoughts or questions on that exercise? Make sense? Okay. Let's learn. Yeah, Grandma Judy.
On the learning to fly, though, we're just doing the 1, holding it down for 3, and up for 5, correct?
So I would do the exercise exactly like we just did a second ago. I would just focus on that and less on the song for now, where you're playing along, where you're switching between the strums. And that's really what we're trying to build up.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do some Passover songs, shall we? There we go. There's the screen share. Let me just move myself a little bit. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do 2 different Seder songs today. So this is the order of the Seder. So again, these are all available on that same link that all of the stuff is at, the ukulele link. I can share that again for folks who would like it, but it's also on the website. So Seder, right? Passover Seder. Seder literally just means order. And the whole idea is that you do everything in a different order, actually out of order from what you would normally expect. So it's accustomed to sing the order of the steps of the Seder at the beginning of the Seder. So once everyone's seated, this will be the first thing we'll do at our Seder. Is we'll go ahead and sing this at the table. And this year we'll probably play it on ukulele. So Mom, we're expecting you. You're going to get the solo this year at the Seder.
Daniel, last week you had the order of the Seder vertically with a little description of each one, and you obscured that's good, but that's
And this actually comes from a Haggadah. It's called the Family Participation Haggadah, but I think it's a great Haggadah for adults too. It does not need, it's not a Haggadah built for only kids to be there. And we have a whole bunch of extra copies at CRC. So if anyone needs a Haggadah for their Seder, I really recommend this Haggadah put together by a beloved teacher of mine. Okay, I'm flipping back over to the other though, so we can start learning the song.
How would we get our hands on that if we're at CRC? Who would know where it is?
It's in boxes in my office. They're brand new. Yeah, just message me or Alana or anyone, Amy, if you're interested in getting some of those.
I'd love to see it, and maybe
Yeah, they're great. They're great. Or if you're at my house, you're welcome to come take a look at it too. If you're in my neighborhood.
Well, I'm gonna be at CRC on Wednesday.
Oh.
So no, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
Just call me when you're there.
Okay.
If I'm not there. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's sing through this. I'm gonna sing through it once. It's really, really easy, the chords. And I picked this key of F, but hopefully you all are at the place where you can also transcribe this to a different key if you'd like. I can help you do that if this is the wrong key for your voice. I actually like the key of G best for this, I think. But I'm sparing you from having to play this with those G chords, and I put it here. Though I didn't spare you that much because we still left you a B flat in here. So it might be easiest even if you put this in the key of C if you're looking for easier chords, but we'll play through it once this way, and then we can change it up if it's too hard. Okay. So it's in 3/4 time, not 4/4 time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It goes like this. Kadesh uchatz, kapahas yachatz, magih rachza, motzi matzah, marok orech, shulchan orech, tzafun barech, halel nitzah, yay day 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 day, yay day day yay yay, yay day day yay day, yay day 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 day. Third line, yay day ya da da day, yay day day yay yay, yay day ya da da day, yay day day yay yay. So the ukulele is really easy to play, right? It's a pretty easy song. So here we go. Let's try this together. Starting at the top. Here we go. Kadesh uchatz, kosiach F, magih rachza, motzi ma F, ma B flat and F to C, back to F, to B flat into F, to C and to F. From the top. Here we go. Here we go now. And F to C, back to F, and F and C. Now F, B flat goes to F, to C, back to F, B flat goes to F, goes to C, back to F. Now with the words, and then we'll check in with everyone. Kadesh uchatz, kapahas yachatz, magih rachza, motzi matzah, marok orech, shulchan orech, tzafun barech, halel nitzah. And I hope you noticed that I played the wrong chord there at the end. I accidentally played a B flat, but if you just kind of play it a few times rather than just once, it makes it sound like you do something on purpose. That's always the trick. If you're playing, and you're playing around and you hit a bad note, just play it again, and everyone thinks it's on purpose. That's the real key.
And Daniel, once again, the C7 fills in nicely for the dreaded B flat.
Oh, I bet it does. Right. Let's see. Yeah, you could also do a yeah, never mind. The other chord's even harder. Yeah, this is. Go ahead, Judy.
Did we just do the sus4 when we want to?
When you want to, exactly. So now let's go ahead and switch the chords up on that. So we can do the same song. Let's try it in the key of C, which will certainly be an easier one to play. So let me just show you the math of what I'm doing so you can follow along the music theory-wise, right? We're in the key of F right now. Let's go ahead and make a new text box. Right, so in the key of F, you've got your 1. This just has a 4. And you've got your 5. So your 1 in the key of F is the F. Your 4 is B.
I don't think we're seeing your notes box.
No, you are not. Let me make me go away. Thank you, Sean. Okay. So in the key of F, which is what this song is in right now, the 1 chord is F, the 4 chord is a B flat, and the 5 chord is a C. Right? Does that make sense to everyone? No, Patty? So we're in the key of F, right? So go ahead and just count with me. Remember, we start back over after G. So F is 1, G starts back over at A, then we get the B or B flat in this case for our 4 chord, right? That's the 4th. And the 5th is going to be C. So we've got the 1 is the F, the 4 is the B flat, and the 5 is the C, right? So we're just going to use that math, and we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to move it to the key of C. So if we call C the 1 chord instead, then C, D, E, F is going to be the 4 chord, and G is going to be the 5 chord. So what this means is now we've got a conversion. So all we have to do is everywhere that there's an F, we're going to replace it with the C. Nope, that's not what we want to do. So all the F's are going to become C's. All of the C's are going to become G's. And all of the F becomes C. Oop, what just happened? Oh, I switched to the wrong one. There we go. So we got C, G, C. Our B flat is going to become an F. Our F is going to become a C. Our C is going to become a G. Our F is going to become a C. B flat becomes an F. F becomes a C. C becomes a G. And F becomes a C. Did that make sense what I just did to everyone? Sorry, I forgot that I was doing this and you weren't looking at it again. But right, I went through and I changed all of those just using this little chart that we have as a conversion, right, that I made pretty easily. And you all could do that into whatever key you wanted. So if it feels like it's the wrong key, you just continue that kind of chart. So now we've got it in the keys of C, F. We don't need an A minor in this. We need a G. There's a G. Okay, so now let's go ahead and play the song in the key of C.
Rabbi, will you say the count again for this drum? Is it C, 3, 4?
Oh, it's in this is in 3 instead of 4 exactly. Yeah. I'll count us through as we jump in, Patty. Okay, so now let's play it in the key of C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Remember the 1 is down. Play the 1 harder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, from the top. Here we go now. Kadesh uchatz, karpas yachatz, magid rachza, motzi matzah, marok orech, shulchan orech, tafun barech, halel nitzah, yay, day, 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 day. G die now C and C C C C. Go to G back to C now. F goes to C goes to G back to C. Now F goes to C goes to G back to C. One more time with the words. Kadesh uchatz, karpas yachatz, magid rachza, motzi matzah, marok orech, shulchan orech, tafun barech, halel nitzah. Okay, easier in the key of C to play, yeah? You might want to do it in the key of C. Actually, I think it's nicer to sing in the key of C too. Okay, any thoughts on this one before we go on? Yeah, Patty.
What if you're just doing one, how does that work? Like, because I can't do it that fast. So if you just want to do one.
One, I would just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2, 3, and just do down. Yeah.
You said that G was your favorite key to play it in. What does that sound like?
Yeah, 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 doesn't really matter. Play it in whatever key is comfortable. I'm converting Dayenu to the key of C also, so you can avoid your B flat right now.
Daniel, on the order of the Seder, do you have it, both of the keys on the sheet that we'll be able to use for homework?
Yep.
Thank you.
No, that's an F. C to F, C to F, C, G, C, C. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to play through this once real quick to make sure I did all those conversions right. Okay, I think now we're ready. Okay, Dayenu would have been enough. Sharing a Iraqi Jewish custom that we do in our house, inviting you to do it at your seders also, which is you get green onions, though we sometimes will get like green onions for most of the people and one or two big leeks also, which will make more sense in a moment. Iraqi custom that you beat the person next to you during the choruses of Dayenu to the extent that you believe they would have chosen the comforts of remaining enslaved in Egypt rather than the uncertainty of freedom in the wilderness. So the extent that which you believe they would have chosen that, you beat them on the shoulder or head or whatever it is with the green onion during the chorus. It's very popular in our house, as you can imagine. And now you see why the leeks are an interesting addition if you make sure you give them to the right person and not the wrong person. And then we always, of course, throw them at the Seder leader whenever it is that we are done with Dayenu. So anyway, something to do while you're playing ukulele. Everyone else can be beating each other with leeks if you'd like. So Dayenu, I've only given you the first verse here. All the verses work the same. Goes like this. We're going to start it pretty slow, and then we'll get faster and faster and faster, appropriate to Dayenu. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. It goes like this. Ilu hotzi hotzi anu hotzi anu mi mitzrayim hotzi F C to F C G C. Let's try that second line again, right? C to F C and F C G C again. C and F C and F C G C. How does that second line feel to people? Is that comfortable? So it's a good one to practice then, right? It's a great one to practice to get those down if it's not. C to F, C, F, C, G, C. Again, C and F, C and F, C, G, C. Let's go on to the chorus. Here we go. Die, die, nu, die, die, nu, die, die, nu, die, nu, die, nu, die, nu, die, nu. I don't think that F's right. Die, die, nu, die, die. I think that F is also a G7.
Is this the island from? It is not.
Say that again, Grandma Judy.
Is this the down, down, up, up, down, up?
No, this is really much more straightforward than that. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. It's that bounce strum that we sometimes do, right? It's a little swung. It's not quite perfectly on beat. So let me see if I can break it apart for us. So let's try down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up.
Daniel, will you move so we can see what the G7 looks like again?
Oh, it's not listed on there. But I can make that change. Yep, hold on.
Daniel, on the first line, would you want to throw in some G7s too? Like that?
Oh, you totally can do that, Amy. Sorry, I'm looking all over for a G7. There we go. Yeah, what Amy's saying is for the first line, if you don't want to leave it on the C, it can be Ilu otzi otzi anu otzi. So it would be like Ilu otzi otzi anu otzi anu mi mitzrayim like that. You can skip those G7s if you want, but it'll sound like this. Ilu hotzi hotzi anu hotzi anu mi mitzrayim hotzi anu mi mitzrayim dai enu. Okay.
I'd love to do strum, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, let's try to break down the strum. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, just the strum. Let's just get our hand moving. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's make sure it's moving at the right speed. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to keep your hand moving like that. Don't change your strum. Keep your strum going like this. And now you're going to sing with me. Down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up. Notice that when you sing it, you're already doing what you're saying. You're not having to change anything, right? Down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. Is everyone noticing that? That you don't have to change anything. Now what I want you to do is just play the ones that we're singing louder. Down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down. Now what I want you to do is play the ones that you're not singing so quiet that you can barely hear them. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Ilu hotzi hotzi anu hotzi anu mi mitzrayim hotzi anu mi mitzrayim dai enu. Okay, so that's the exercise to get yourself into the rhythm. If you're having trouble with it, is do exactly that exercise. And actually, if you're having any issues at all with your strumming, that plus the exercise that we do for learning to fly, if you spend 10 minutes on those every day, your strumming will just leaps and bounds over the course of a week or two. Yeah, those two exercises. Okay. Other questions on this? Other Dainu questions? Let's play through it one more time before we say goodbye, yeah? Here we go. Here we go now. C hotzi hotzi anu C hotzi G7 anu hotzi F C2 F C G C. Let's do those two lines again. Here we go from the top. C G7 C G7 C2 F C2 F C G C. Dainu. Here we go. The last two lines. C C G7 G7 back to C. C goes to G7 G7 back to C. Do those lines again. C goes to G7 G7 goes to C. C goes to G7 G7 back to C. Now let's speed it up. Here we go. Ilu hotzi hotzi anu hotzi anu mi mitzrayim hotzi anu mi mitzrayim dainu dai dainu dai dainu dai dainu dainu dainu. Even faster. Dai dainu dai dainu dai dainu dainu Okay. That was fun, everyone. See you next week. We'll do a few more Passover songs next week, too. Yeah.